Steve, that's a tough night again.
Yeah, I mean, decent enough start obviously in the game, got into some threatening moments, took advantage of one, went 1-0 up, but from the moment of scoring to the half-time whistle we were well short, in terms of no bravery on the ball, no courage on the ball, no taking responsibility with the ball, because there was an opportunity to do that. And then without the ball, we were just so passive. So we opened up the pitch too much. We created too many spaces and gaps. And then when we did get pressure on the ball, we were just easy to beat. And that's my overriding disappointment and frustration at the moment. Is in that period we just didn't compete well enough. And there was a lot at stake tonight, and there was a lot to fight for, a lot to compete for, a lot to take advantage of. And we just fell really short in that period. There was a small reaction second half. Leeds were obviously going to be a little bit deeper and a little bit more counter-attack because of the scoreline. And again, we were a bit more intense with our game and our defending, but then didn't show enough quality really to create some real moments. We had some threatening times and nearly got in behind and got into some decent wide areas, but then never enough to threaten the goal. So listen, we blame no one but ourselves, me included, and we fell short.
That was strange, that first half, wasn't it? When you started the game on the front foot, you get the goal and you'd think, well, go on, keep doing that.
And there was, you could see, the stadium, and that's, like I said, that period from the goal to the half time is the period that's cost us the game, and not I know they scored 2 goals, but not just that, just how we played, but the fact that we could have taken advantage as well. So we blame no one.
Why do you think it was?
Maybe because we've not been in that position before. Maybe because we took things for granted a little bit. I don't know. I'll have to look back at it. And listen, we're all in this together, and I'll never separate myself and the staff from the players. We're all in this together. But for sure, all of us didn't do enough in the first half, to compete first and foremost. And because of that, we give Leeds rhythm and momentum in the game, and got them into positions where they could make a difference, and they did. So really frustrated.
As you say, change of shape at half time, and it's more even contest perhaps in the second half, but not really with much cutting edge. Perhaps.
No, I've already said that. Yeah. So we just closed up the lines a little bit and played into different areas, and like I said, threatened without doing enough.
So it's outside the relegation zone on goal difference only now. It's sliding closer and closer, isn't it? Time for tough hearts.
Well, it's been that for a while, to be honest. And I've just said to some of your colleagues there. They said, "Oh, it's in your hands," and it's been in our hands for a while now. It's all when a good thing's been in your hands, but you have to do something about it. It was a real opportunity tonight to go to 13th in the league, to build a gap between our opponents, which were Leeds tonight. There was a lot at stake. There was a lot to play for, and we have to own the fact that we were well short in that period in the first half, and didn't do enough in the second half to get back into the game. So I repeat, blame no one. We look at ourselves. First starts with me, and sort of carry on with our work, but knowing that we have to do better.
I know that any defeat hurts, and you're always disappointed after defeat, but you seem pretty down tonight.
Well, we've lost a game, and we didn't play very well as well. I repeat, in that period. So and that, as a professional, you're always disappointed. I'll say it again. I'm not differentiating myself from we're all in this together. So I'll look at myself as well. So it's like it's one thing is the result, like we said on the weekend, and another thing is the performance, and I want both. And obviously the result comes first, and I'd have been happy to play really poorly tonight and win 1-0. I wouldn't have loved it, but I would have loved the result. But for sure, you have to perform well to pick up points in this league, and we didn't. So I might look disappointed wherever, but I'm first at the queue. I'll start. It's all on me. And I'll get on with it. But that's just where we are.
That was a lot of talk. We spoke before the game, didn't we? A lot of talk about pressure and managers being under pressure, you being under pressure. What do you think about the future?
No, you're right to ask me the question, and I'll never hide away from it. But the reality is, I just do not think of myself. You know, any negative emotion or poor emotion I'm feeling at the moment is that this you know, that Nottingham Forest didn't win a game that they could have. You know, there was different questions before the international break, and that meant nothing to me as well. You know, I just you know, I've trained myself pretty well to just focus on doing the best that you can, believing in your work, and sticking to what you believe in, and any outside noise really isn't that important. I do not think of myself. What I only think of the football club and the greater good, because you know, that is always the most important thing, especially this football club. So I'm sure there's all sorts of stuff that have been written. I know that you know, some things have been mentioned to me, but I don't look at it, and it certainly doesn't bother me. What bothers me is trying to do better than what we did tonight in terms of performance and results. That's the only thing at the forefront of my mind.
Starting at Aston Villa, another away game to come and a few days to get ready for it.
Yeah, and that's it. You know, and again, we'll have all the questions again about away form, and rightly so. It's ours to be criticised, and we cannot, anything that's said about our away form, we cannot do anything about it being said, but we've still got to try and sort it out. And tonight it feels like it was a missed opportunity, but we only got ourselves to blame. And you know, we'll be saying exactly the same things again, but trying to show more than we did tonight.